When the distress beacon flared through subspace, it wasn't meant for Earth. The message had been encoded in Varnathi protocol, a cry for help from the peaceful, scholarly world of Exceltrion Prime, a planet under the protection of the Galactic Concord. Its people had no weapons, no armies, and no hope against the raiders who had descended from the Black. They had expected the Council to respond. They had hoped for negotiations. Maybe a blockade, perhaps a sternly worded message. But the Concord debated and delayed. What no one expected, least of all the terrified Exceltrions, was that Deathworlders were listening. Aboard the UNS Vindicator, orbiting Mars in deep shadow, Captain Elara Quinn reviewed the intercepted transmission. Her eyes were unreadable. Around her, officers of Earth's Outer Defense Initiative stood silent. The signal had been weak, buried beneath layers of diplomatic code, but their AI decrypted it in seconds. "It's a massacre," said Commander Voss, tapping through satellite recon. "Civilians. No resistance. And no one's coming," Elara murmured. "Not our jurisdiction," Voss added cautiously. "The Exceltrions never asked Earth." Elara looked up. "They don't have to." She turned toward the center holotable. With a simple gesture, an armada came to life above the glass Earth's 9th Expeditionary Fleet. "Ready the fleet," she ordered. "We move now." To most of the galaxy, Earth was a whispered warning. Humanity came late to the stars, but when they arrived in warships. The first contact ended with pirates vaporized and slavers hunted to extinction. While the Galactic Concord debated ethics and signed treaties, humans established deterrence through dominance. Their worlds were fortified. Their fleets were fast. And most terrifying of all, they never ignored a distress call. Especially not one like this. When the UNS Vindicator exited hyperspace over Exceltrion Prime, the scene below was chaos. The raider fleet, over 30 ships strong, bombarded cities with impunity. Exceltrion architecture, ivory towers, crystalline gardens shattered under kinetic strikes. Refugees fled into forests. The Concord's nearest vessel was 4 days away. By then, there would be nothing left. But 4 days was too long for humans. "Broadcast open channel," Elara ordered. "Let's say hello." Her voice rang calm through the void. "This is Captain Elara Quinn of the United Nations 9th Fleet. You are violating Concord law and attacking a protected species. Stand down immediately, or be annihilated." The raiders laughed. Literally. One even sent back a crude animation. That was their last transmission. The humans didn't use energy weapons. They preferred slugs the size of trucks, moving at 1/3 of the speed of light. The Vindicator and its escorts struck like gods hurling thunder. The first volley vaporized 5 ships before the raiders even raised shields. Then the real battle began. Human ships didn't dance in space. They charged, armor first, shrugging off hits that would have torn Concord cruisers apart. Railguns, missile barrages, short-range plasma, bursts, it was brutality refined into doctrine. The raiders broke in 12 minutes. But humans didn't stop. Drop pods screamed through atmosphere, deploying mechanized infantry. Power-armored soldiers hit the ground running literally. They tore through enemy strongholds, rescued civilians, and secured medical zones. By the time the Concord observers arrived, the war was over. Exceltrion Prime had been liberated, and the human fleet was already rebuilding infrastructure. In the aftermath, the Galactic Council convened. The ambassador from Varnath demanded an explanation. "You entered a sovereign system uninvited," he accused. "You escalated military conflict without Concord authorization." Ambassador Rafik, humanity's representative, rose slowly. He placed a datapad on the central table, projecting images of Exceltrion children huddled in ruins, mothers shielding infants. a dying elder whispering gratitude. Then he looked each counselor in the eye. "You heard the SOS," he said. "You did nothing. We did something. You sent warships," the Varnathi spat. Rafik nodded. "Yes, and we ended a massacre." Murmurs filled the chamber. A few clapped. Others seethed. But no one challenged him. Back on Exceltrion Prime, the survivors gathered. They stared at the sky as human transports departed. No one spoke at first, only silence and awe. Then slowly, they began to chant, a word they'd never used before. Not heroes, not saviors, Deathworlders. And it wasn't spoken with fear. It was spoken with reverence. Because when the galaxy turned away, humanity sent a fleet.